Welcome back to On the Porch. Today's topic, we would like to talk about, do men care about BBLs or not?
And do guys care about the body image that people think guys care about? Like, how much do we actually care?
Well, I can't speak on from a man's point of view, but I feel like there are some men who really have gotten in that mindset that they want an hourglass woman. A woman, you know, she got a small waist, big hips, big butt, breasts, and everything. She got to have a cute face.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, how much do dudes actually care? So like, yeah, that it's good to look at, right? It's good if you see it on TV, if you see it in person, if you see it at the strip club, wherever. Yeah, it looks good. My point is, if a guy has a girlfriend or not or whatever, or if he sees a woman that's pretty, that's attractive to him, how much does he actually care if she's got like a little extra weight around her stomach? Chances are he don't give a shit.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, because the way that, you know, we're just going to talk about what we see on television and what we see on social media, because it seems as though
that stuff ain't real. Social media ain't real.
Social media is not real?
Social media ain't real. It ain't real life.
Not real life.
It's people putting their best image online for other people to see.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that people are not doing that. I'm not saying that people are taking, you know, doing angles or whatever. I'm talking about people who are actually going to different countries to have these surgeries to get a better body image in their mind.
Right.
To have a better body image.
Yeah.
And buy into what social media and the television has put out here, portrayed that this is what men want.
Okay, so let me separate a couple things here.
Okay.
One, I don't care, you know, if a woman wants to go and make changes to her body, that's totally on you. What I'm saying is that it's not always the influence of social media that will make a woman do this. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's that woman that's like, no, this is something I want to do. I don't really care about the women on social media. And whether it's to make themselves feel better about themselves, if they tried other things that just haven't worked, so they want to go get a surgery done, or if it's because they want to attract a certain type of man, whatever the reason is, I support it, whatever, do what you want to do. What I'm saying is that, like, there may be too much emphasis on whether the men you're trying to attract actually care. So let me give like a simple example here. If you go and get some kind of surgery done, where, you know, BBL or whatever, you make your waist smaller, your booty bigger, you may get more attention, but the guys who are giving you attention for that may not be the actual guys that you want to actually have a relationship with.
Why?
Because so here's the thing. When guys see that, yeah, it looks good, but we also know that you're trying to attract this attention. Okay. Unless, now hear me out.
I haven't said it.
Well, the audience, hear me out. Unless you just work for that body, like you've been in the gym and you're like a gym rat and you work for that body, hey, flaunt it all you want. If you pay for it, flaunt it all you want. Just know that some of the attention you get isn't going to be from the kind of guys that you would actually want to have a relationship with, because they're just going to see it as a nice looking package. You know, guys, men in general are competitive. So we always want to compete for the biggest trophy, all right?
Okay.
So the guy wants a nice trophy, of course. So if you look good, yeah, you're going to be a trophy, but he might just treat you like a trophy that he puts on the shelf and doesn't ever dust or whatever. So what I'm saying is, like, the guy who actually gave you some attention before you had the new body is the one that might be better for you in a relationship. Now, if that ain't what you're worried about, and you just like, nah, I want to attract the baller, by all means, do you. But it's not, I think it's like, it's not always the solution. Like I said, if it's gonna help you in whatever it is you do for a living, whatever that is, then, you know, do you. But I don't think that, like...
But I don't see where you can say that social media and television does not have some type of influence?
Oh, it has an influence. I'm just saying that stuff ain't real. It has an influence, though.
Okay. Because I'm not saying some women do it based off of social media. They may want to make some adjustment to their body image because they may not be happy with something on their body. We do as women. We don't like to have the stomach. We don't, we want a bigger butt. We want more hips, and that's just something we may want for ourselves, not necessarily for a man's attention. It just may be something that we always wanted to have because we feel like it would make us, I would say, attractive to ourselves and also attractive to men.
Right, and
the clothes fit better because I know how it feels like sometimes you get a pair of pants, I don't have enough hips to make those pants look the way I want them to look, but I'm not going out and get no injections just to make my hips bigger to fit these pants.
Now, so there's different ways to look at this. There's guys who, and we've had this conversation before about transactional relationships where you see the guy, you see the woman, you're like, yeah, that's not a natural relationship.
They're benefiting from each other.
Right. Like he don't match her, or vice versa. So there's some kind of transaction going on where guys can be transactional, where look, I don't really care if she has legitimate feelings for me or not. I get to have sex with this beautiful woman. I get to walk around with her. She's a trophy. And she treats me like a king.
And on the other side, she may be like, I really don't care for this bald-headed, pot-bellied man.
Greasy.
He has money, and he buys me clothes. He buys me
good.
Things. I live in a nice condo or house or whatever that he provides for me. So yeah, I'm benefiting from his finances.
Right. Now there's the other guys who would see the woman who's just outstandingly attractive, right? And immediately just say like, she's probably either out of my league or she's stuck up or whatever. Where you may have that new look thinking that you're gonna attract these guys when honestly dudes just say like, yeah, like she really looks good, but doesn't mean she's a good woman. There could be a woman that may have a similar face, doesn't have the same body, she might have a little belly or whatever, but she's into this guy and he can hook up with her like, fairly easy as compared to you where you might be like, well, you're not gonna take me to this place or you're not gonna buy me this. And he's like, you know what? You look good. It ain't worth the hassle.
So
you might say, well, so you rather have her than me? And the guy will be like, yeah, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the bedroom that much that you have abs and she doesn't. I'm being serious.
So hold on, let's go back. So are you saying that the woman who may have the BBL is more work for a man? Like he has to a lot to upkeep versus the woman who may have a little belly and she can cook and whatnot. You may decide to go that route than this woman because you feel like she's out of your league. Or
initially, like there's a lot of guys who they don't care. They'll talk to anybody, no matter how good they look.
Trust me, I know.
No matter how good they look or whatever or bad.
Well, we all know why.
So there's some appreciation if you meet a woman and she has all of her natural flaws, and y'all still have a great relationship.
Right.
A guy has a girlfriend, wife, or whatever, and she's got a little extra around the waist or hips or thighs, a little jiggle, a little cellulite or whatever. Like, we don't care as much as you think. Now, there are guys that do. There are guys who are like that absolutely care. Whatever.
Especially after she has
the
a
majority.
baby. Like a lot of guys, like as soon as that woman have a baby, they expect you to go back to the same size you were before.
There are some guys like that.
Some guys, yeah, not all of them.
And trust me, there's guys out there, besides the guy that you're with, who don't like the baby weight, who don't give a shit.
Who love a good handle.
Right. So what I'm saying is that like, and we were talking about, the BBLs and all that stuff. I put that separate from women who just work out really hard and have that kind of body, because like a man can really appreciate that. What I'm saying is if she's got the BBL body because she worked for it, like there's some extra appreciation for that.
Okay.
If she has it because she paid for it, a guy knows that, like, okay, if she's willing to pay for this BBL or somebody else paid for it, like, what am I gonna have to do to help her maintain this?
I mean,
If that's what I'm attracted to.
But you don't need to help if she knows how to maintain it. She knows how to.
Just because people get surgery don't mean they're gonna change their diet or their habits.
That's true. Well, that's no different than the people who get on Ozempic.
Well, they don't have a choice. They gotta stay on that shit forever.
Well, some people no, because some people have gotten on it and gotten off of it.
And they're all messed up.
Well, how do you know?
Stay away from it.
But anyway, yes, if you're going to make some type of change to your body, whether it's a tummy tuck, you liposuction, that's what. Think about, you will have to change your diet. You will have to do some type of exercise to keep that weight off, because if not, you just wasted 10 grand or however much it costs. You still have to put some type of work into it.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, hey, he gonna have to handle it. He gonna have to love these love handles.
I don't care. So that's my whole point. Like, guys don't care as much as some women think they do.
Not all guys.
I'm saying, yeah, not all guys, but like there are a lot of guys do not care.
But hold on.
And I don't say that. I don't want to say they don't care. I ain't saying you can just be.
Don't just be out here
nasty and like dirty and disgusting. I ain't talking about.
Why you gotta go that far?
I'm just saying, like, it's.
Why can't you say?
When I say guys don't really care.
Care about your look. You don't care about your image.
Just take care of yourself. You don't have to be perfect. What I'm saying is that don't think that a guy, just because a woman has like a perfect body, that he won't talk to a woman who doesn't have a perfect body. He'll still talk to that woman.
Well, we all know that, vagina don't have a look. It's just a vagina.
Right. So, like, guys don't care as much as you think. Yes, it looks good. Yes, it's good to, you talk to your buddies like, oh man, you see that in the crib? Don't nobody care. It's not that serious. If you're attractive enough for a dude to have sex with, then you're attractive enough. Okay,
so let's go with this. Some of the women who get these BBLs, or some of these women that look a certain way, they don't want that type of dude that you're referring to.
Yeah, they might not want the guy here.
So it's like he's gonna feel some way, like you said, that woman may be out of his league. He's thinking because she doesn't look at men in his category, or she's looking for a baller, she's looking for a rapper, or whatever the case may be,
or just somebody really successful. It could just be somebody with a decent paying, high paying job.
Okay, but let me say this: you can have all of that, but you need to be able to bring something to the table. It's not just your body, because your body don't.
Well, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
My bad.
Let me just say this. Let me say this. It's just a personal opinion. If you are just a highly attractive woman, naturally or unnaturally, there is a guy out there that will pay for your lifestyle. That's a fact.
Okay.
If you look good enough, you probably won't even have to work.
Okay, but let's go back to your point. You say he has to keep it up, so therefore, him having the money, he's gonna have to keep that look up, because if she's not going to the gym, she doesn't want to work out, she still want to eat what she eats, that's not going to last.
Right, which is why she'll have to attract someone who can pay for that. It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. All I'm saying is, for the regular guys out there who ain't, making $500,000 or more a year and all this other mess, who have a decent job and would take care of you and kids and family or whatever, he don't care as much about it as you think.
He care enough.
Yeah.
He care enough.
The same way that okay, people watch adult films, right? Are all the people in adult films the typical human being that you'll run into? Hell no. Because if you have a choice, I'm saying some, yeah, okay.
Wait a minute now.
I'm just saying, for the most part, if you had a choice to watch, 3 beautiful people having sex, and then 2 regular just,
what is this?
I mean, I'm just saying,
average people. Can you say just average people? They ain't gotta be
possibly below average. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
If you had the choice to watch those 2 films, which one are you gonna look at? The one that fits your fantasy more. How about that? So Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we're attracted to attractive people. That's just the thing. It doesn't mean you always have to be with a person that fits that fantasy. And that's why I'm saying that guys don't care as much as some women think. You think that like, oh, he's gonna talk to me and not the overweight woman over there or the fat. Hold on.
I'm not saying that, but he probably will. If that's what he likes. Because there are some men out there that like plus size women.
Right.
They rather have a plus size woman. They don't want my size.
The woman that a woman might call fat, the dude's like, oh, she's thick. Like we'll have a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
And like, no, okay, you can call her what you want, but I think she look good.
Exactly.
Like that's the thing. Like there's women out there who know that, like, who wish they were just thicker.
Well, I have some friends that are plus size and they love themselves and they love everything that comes with them, and they flaunt it well, and I appreciate them. You know, they're not out here trying to be something they're not. We talk about people talk about Lizzo all the time, talking about how she needs to lose weight.
There's a whole bunch of dudes out there that want to get some Lizzo.
It's like this, like to each his own.
Yeah.
To each his own, and be confident in what you do have.
So I'm glad you brought Lizzo, because I forgot all about her. To my point, the women out there who feel like they gotta have like the BBL body to attract the dude, the same dude that would talk to you would talk to Lizzo. So like, think about what I'm saying.
Because the thing is, Lizzo, let's just focus on Lizzo. Lizzo has a beautiful personality. Lizzo is like, she's confident in herself. She's not out here trying to do, change the way she looks. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't know what she's doing. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about herself. And my thing is, when people talk about these women out here wearing some of these sheer outfits, showing their ass, showing their breasts, and then Lizzo come out showing her ass and her breasts, and people got a problem with it. No, have that same energy you had for the smaller chick, the same way you should have for Lizzo if she decided to come out here showing her ass too. Because for me, it's all of it is too much.
I was about to say, they both.
All of
both ends are doing too much.
Because it's like.
My only point is, don't think that because you got the Coke bottle body, that the guy who's talking to you wouldn't also smash Lizzo. So that's what I'm saying, that like, don't think that like because you got that look that like, oh yeah, these guys are only gonna talk to me.
Hey.
No, that dude will talk to you today and have a Lizzo on the side. So like, it don't matter as much as you think. Do you? I support it if that's what you want to do to make yourself look good. I'm telling you, I really don't care. But don't think that all of a sudden that these guys are only going to try to talk to you. Well, it depends on what guys are attracted. Like a guy can be attracted to. You don't have to be attracted to one type of person. So like,
yes,
a guy can be attracted to a Cardi B and a Lizzo. Like, don't think it's got to be one or the other.
That doesn't mean a man is not going to love all of you.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, dudes we don't care as much as maybe y'all think. I know you may try to be like, oh, I want to look like this, I want to look like that. In the end, here's the thing. If you got a Coke bottle body and you're in it, that's gonna sound real misogynistic when I say this, I don't mean it that way.
Then don't say it.
Hold on, if you have a Coke bottle body and you're in the kitchen with an apron on and you look good, guess what? A woman with a few extra handles in the kitchen and she's cute, she still look good.
So
she still look good.
Okay, so prime example, Sierra just had her fourth child, her and Russell, her third one with Russell, and she has picked up some weight.
Mm-hmm. She got a little thick, yeah.
She's thicker now. I'm pretty sure Russell does not have a problem with that extra weight. And if she came out like some of these celebrities with the thong on, with the sheer stuff on, Russell's gonna be like,
he gonna be backstage praying and stuff. Like, nah, that ain't happening. Please.
Anyway,
that's our opinion about this.
Right. But anyway, regardless whatever your decision is, be confident with your body. love your body, and love whoever that's gonna love you.
And dudes don't care.
Thank you for watching. Join us next time on the porch. Bye.